Hi, thank you for stopping by Together We Are Aware's page. We're super excited to have you here today. Today, this segment is going to be about having a support system. Eric and I kind of realized exactly how crucial it was the other day. If you've watched our testimonies, you know that neither of us actually had a support system, but the other day, I was having one of those days and I could not stop eating hot Cheetos, and I texted him and I was like, "Ugh, what is wrong with me? I cannot stop eating hot Cheetos." And his response was perfect. He said, "Girl, I'm getting ice cream. Who you telling?" He didn't try to solve my problem. He didn't try to justify or rationalize with me. He just was there for me. And that just really showed us how important it is to have a support system.
Yeah, we got to talking and we realized everyone who is going through an eating disorder should have this. Should have a person that you can text or call or go visit and just say, "I'm having one of those days. I'm having one of those moments." Because no matter how long it's been since you started your eating disorder and got through it, you still have those days.
Absolutely.
No matter what.
Absolutely.
And the one thing I noticed that neither of us look for when we do, text each other when we're having those days, we don't want that "you look fine."
No.
Or "you look beautiful, stop, you're not fat." We don't want that. It's just someone that you can talk to and share your feelings. And I think that's what's important, is to have a support system, that one person that you can just call and talk and share. And that helps a lot. So we're going to talk about people that you can choose to be your support system today.
We're going to talk about finding someone, hopefully kind of demonstrating that example of fellowship that we just had. Hopefully that kind of is making you think like, oh, maybe I should get a support system. Maybe that is a good idea. Maybe that's something I should look into. And we hope that you are thinking that. We really think that an eating disorder is tough to get through on your own. You're going to want to rationalize. You're going to want to say, "Oh, well, this is normal," or, "Oh, well, I ate breakfast, so I don't need dinner." You're going to want to rationalize. You need someone there to keep you in check and to talk to you and counsel you. So hopefully you're kind of thinking like, okay, well, now who do I ask? So we're going to kind of start listing people up. I'm going to start with parents.
Yes.
I think that parents are a great person to turn to. I know that sounds bananas and that sounds like the worst thing in the world. Like, why would I want to talk to my parents about that? And I'm going to tell you why. Because parents have unconditional love for you. They will love you no matter what. Hopefully. Like, if you have a parent in the picture, I don't care how bad your relationship is, for the most part, if you go to them and you say, "Look, I know that things have been weird lately, but let me tell you why." And that person, your parents been counseling you your whole life. They've been giving you advice since you were old enough to listen. And they kind of know how to talk to you, whether or not you think that they do. And they kind of know what you need to hear. And so not only can they be there for you, you're probably living with them, they also are kind of in control of your medical insurance and can get you a psychiatrist and can get you to a doctor. They're probably the person who's the most actively able to help you. So parents are definitely an option.
And I know that I've shared that my parents were one of the leading factors in my eating disorder. Mm-hmm. But to this day, I know that if I would have told them what I was going through and why I was going through it, they would have done anything to fix it. They would have tried to make things at home better so that I wouldn't be going towards, hurting myself by not eating.
Absolutely.
So I definitely feel that should be your first go-to, is parents.
Parents.
Because point blank, they're your parents. And that's what matters.
They're there for you always.
Yep.
So the second group of people is probably someone that you guys are going to like a lot better than parents. Friends. Eric and I are friends. You know what I mean? It's so nice to have someone who communicates the same way as you do. You already trust with vital information. Mm-hmm. Someone who you choose to spend your time with, who also can help you. Friends have the same language as you. You can exchange one look with a friend.
And you know
what they're trying to say. If Eric and I were sitting and someone was like, "Do you guys want nachos?" I'd be like, and he would know exactly.
And I would say, "Take them."
And he would say, "Yes, we want nachos." But he would know exactly why I gave him that look.
Yes.
And it's so easy to communicate with a friend. And friends, for the most part, really do want what's best for you. Mm-hmm. And that's always nice to kind of have that common age and common social structure to kind of communicate with. So friends are definitely an option.
I'm going to say the third group for me, again, another crazy one. Teachers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Teachers.
When you're in school, especially the first few years of high school, I'm saying high school because that's when we were going through our eating disorders.
Absolutely. That's when it's at its strongest for most people.
That's such a hard time. And you are there most of the time. Going to school is like going to your full-time job.
Yeah.
And you're sitting in a class, you have teachers, they see you daily, several times a day, and they know when you're going through something, believe it or not. And they know when something's changing about you or when they see something changing about you. And I can say that I had a couple teachers actually who were bold and called me out and told me, I know that you're going through this.
Yeah.
You may not have a teacher that's actively going to call you out, but to go to a teacher, find a teacher that you can confide in, because at the end of the day, that's what they're there for.
Yeah.
They're there to teach, and they're there to be that extra support system outside of the home.
Absolutely. Every single teacher, part of getting their teaching credential was learning how to also like handle psychology and the psychological aspect of a young person and how to relate to young people. Mm-hmm. So that's part of that teacher's job. And especially because everyone has that cool teacher that they can joke with and laugh with. That means that teacher is there for reasons other than just getting a paycheck. They actually like being with young people and they like their job and they want to be there for you. That's part of the reason they became a teacher. So being able to talk to that person is going to give you an adult perspective. Mm-hmm. It's someone who's going to be there. It's someone who's going to be out of your social circle, out of your parents' picture, just in a completely different mindset than you. And that can be really refreshing and really helpful. Having a teacher there for you is like having someone who is just completely opposite from you. They're an adult. They've finished school. They know how psychology works, and they can help get you extra help, and they can be there for you on a daily basis. So a teacher is a great option.
Yep.
And the fourth option I'm going to go ahead and say is a sibling, an older sibling. If you have an older sibling like I did, I know if I went to my sister, she would have dropped everything to be there for me. Your older sibling's perfect because they're your family. They have that no matter what you're going through, no matter what you've done, I'll be there for you perspective. They know how you were raised because they were raised the same way. They know what you're going through because they've been through the same things. And yet they kind of can communicate with you on a different level. And they know how important it is to keep things a secret. And they know how important it is to kind of keep everything between the two of you. So having a sibling, I think, is a wonderful option to turn to.
Unfortunately, I didn't have a sibling.
And that's kind of exactly why we're doing a segment on all the different people you can talk to. Maybe mom and dad aren't in the picture. Maybe you don't have a big social circle. Maybe you don't like any of your teachers. Maybe you don't have a sibling. But odds are, all of those won't be the case. Mm-hmm. If it is, Eric actually had a really great idea about what you could do.
I think you should definitely make a list. Mm-hmm. Sit down, write down 5-10 names of the people that you see the most. Mm-hmm. The people that on a daily basis are there. And like Hope said earlier, don't make a list of people that you like. Just generally make a list of
I don't even know 10 people I really, really like that I see every day, honestly. But it's just 10 people that you see every day. Just write them down and then look at that list and their odds are there's going to be one person on there you're like, I trust this person. I can talk to this person. One name is probably going to stick out to you. Make that the person that you go to. It's so easy to just look and say, no one's going to understand. No one's going to know what I'm going through. It's just me. But that's so not true. We're all here for you. Eric and I are here for you. Together we are aware. Yes. Your friends want to be there for you. Your teachers want to be there for you. Your boss wants to be there for you. People care about you more than you think. And it's so important to just have someone there.
And I think that's actually the problem is going through an eating disorder. You feel so alone. You feel like you're the only one. No one's going to understand. But that's what is keeping you from having that support system is just the fact that in your head you think you're the only one. And it's not true.
It adds more stress. It adds more pressure. It makes things way more difficult than they need to be. And you put yourself through something you don't need to go through. You absolutely can find a support system who will be there for you, who will just listen, who won't try to solve the problem, who will just be there for you. And it seems so difficult, and Eric and I, we were friends, but we had never gotten on that support level before. But when I sent him that text message, I realized, holy crap, it's this easy? Mm-hmm. You just have to tell someone you trust, and they'll just be there? What? That's all I have to do? And turns out, that's all you have to do.
So the point of this is to find a support system. Whether you think you need one or not, you do.
You do.
This is coming from experience. You definitely need someone that you can confide in, someone you can talk to. Someone to just talk to is so comforting, and it makes things so much easier. So get a pen and paper and make your list.
That's our advice. Make your list. Pick one person, call them, and just say, hey, do you have a minute? Can I talk to you about something? And just talk to them. Just talk. And just say, I just need an ear. Can you just listen to me for a minute? And I think you'll be really surprised at how better you feel.
Yep. So next we're going to have a segment coming on if someone comes to you for advice, someone chooses you to be their support, how to handle that and go about it, because not everyone knows what they should do or what they should say. So we thought we would help with that. Yeah,
so look forward to that. We're hoping that, you know, while we're kind of cultivating that kind of video on how to be there for someone, if you're struggling, you're thinking of who to ask so that you can send that person to that video and they can watch how to be there for you. Right. So thank you so much for stopping by. We really hope you took this to heart, and we really hope you took something away from this today.
Help us spread awareness.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.